Greetings, all. This is Jim Benedict back with week 2. Technically, it's kind of week 3. I, for the most part, have my voice back, so it's good to be here. This video here is kind of for everybody. This is the basics of beat matching and chopping music up. And the more advanced group is going to get a little bit more of an assignment having to do with this track. This is the only track we're going to deal with. This is one that I pulled from a music mix volume that I've got. Just a good generic bed to work with. I'll play this for you and kind of point out that this is a 2-minute, 18, well, almost 19-second track. And we have, let's say in theory, a 30-second commercial to produce. This is the music that the client wants. No exceptions. They don't want anything else. But what do? It's a 30-second spot, and it's 2 minutes and 19 seconds long. We can't compress it. We can't time stretch it, or else we'll end up with a really compressed or speedy-sounding track if we don't do it right. So what do? We're going to chop it up and turn it into a 30-second track. So let's listen to the track first. We'll go to the beginning here and give it a listen. Yeah, obviously this is going to be for a car dealership. That's kind of the sound that it is. And we're listening for a spot in the music where we can break off and then basically insert the end. Now, if you have any music experience, this is going to be a little bit easier. If not, it's going to be a bit more of a challenge to get this done. Set aside some time to practice this. We're basically going to do the same thing in here that we would in Cool Edit. Let's listen all the way, part way through, and then we'll listen to the end and kind of choose where we're going to cut. Okay, we're getting close to 30 seconds here. Da, 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 da. I know the track by heart. I've used it many times. Okay. So basically, if we've got a little bit of leeway, we can maybe go over 31 seconds. We're going to kind of want to put this back here at the 30-second mark. Okay, so what we're going to do is do what we did before and create us a multi-track. Okay. And we're over here in the multi-track view. We can bounce back and forth. And I'm going to drag my music over here into my multi-track number 1. And basically, you guys have the scissors tool. I'm going to use my razor tool here, same thing that you have, and kind of crudely cut close to somewhere around 30 seconds. Okay? And as you can zoom in with your mouse wheel, I zoom up here. We've already kind of established the differences between your software and mine. So somewhere around 30 seconds, I've put a cut. So I'm going to stretch this, or kind of cut, or drag my second part of my music here. I'm shrinking it, trying to get the end closer to this part here. And then work on a second track. I'm going to drag this down here to a second track so we can crossfade. So we're going to try to beat match the music. That's what this is called, beat matching. And I'll shrink in, zoom in, get as close as I can. And this is where it's kind of a little bit more art than it is science. We're listening for the downbeat. Da, 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 da. So the downbeat is when I'll say downbeat, da, da, downbeat, da, da, da. Here. I'll say it. Downbeat, downbeat, downbeat. Okay, so here's where we play. And we'll listen to our first and second clips together, and eventually magic will happen. Okay, so I like this and a nice close. So we've got, let's listen for our downbeat. Where's our downbeat on this? Our downbeat looks like it's right about here. Da, tu, tu, da. Okay. So I'm going to shrink this a little bit more and find that downbeat and hope that we're getting close here. Listen. Okay, we're getting closer and closer and closer and closer. We can do a clean cut if you want to, or you can do a crossfade, like we did before, where we bring these in and drop this, and then raise this effect. That's preferable. It's cleaner. Okay, that didn't sound good, so I'll bring my crossfade out just a little bit more here. Bring my crossfade further out this way. Okay, gonna cut a little bit more off this and bring my crossfade a little tighter. Okay, still not quite clean yet, so I'm gonna bring the crossfade a little further out. And there we go. We now have a 31-second music bed, which for our purposes, we could always trim that down a bit. We're not strict at the radio station, so 30 seconds is not a hard line rule. We can go a little bit over if we want to. So let's listen to that transition now. Boom! We have a 30-second music track. Let's listen to it from top to bottom, or top to end. I want you to listen for that downbeat. That's the key to this process. And downbeat. 3, 4, downbeat, 2, 3, 4, downbeat, 2, 3, 4, downbeat, 2, 3, 4. The downbeat is the key. D. Sorry you had to hear that. And the magic, right here. Downbeat, 2, 3, ticka-ticka-ta. Magic. We have a 30-second music track. And we'll mix these down. My selected clips here, and we have a nice clean music track. Oh, that looks a little bit loud, doesn't it? Let's go back and fix that. Why is that a little louder? That's just how the music track was produced. So we'll bring our volume bar down a little bit. I know it's a little bit different than yours in Cool Edit, so I found out. But fundamentally the same process. And that's a trick in this too, is getting the volume even. Yeah, see how clean and buttery that sounds? Okay. Mix down, and then we'll check our levels. Ah, nice and even. Now, the volume on this isn't exactly amazingly, awesomely full. So we can always highlight and amplify later on, bump the volume up, and depending on how you're producing the commercial, that's going to be fine. Okay, this is the beginner module for the week. If you're the beginner, this is all you have to do. I'm going to send you this music track, and I want between 30 and 32 seconds. This is really what it's going to, this is exactly what it'll be. It's just about 32 seconds long, spliced in music track, and that is your only assignment. If you choose to do the others, I'll send them to you. Let me know sometime during the week if you want them, and you can do the extra ones. But starting here with the music bed, 2 minutes and something long. How did that volume change like that? I've got to fix that. That's I'm doing something wrong in my multi-track. Something's wrong. But I'm not worried about volume right now. I'm worried about the final product, the splice. If you give it to me low or high, it's fine. I'm not going to be picky about that. I just want a clean ending. Alrighty. I'll see you next week. Have any questions? Let me know.